you got your stuff away. Drones, because you got to look at your phones. That actually rhymes. You know what you got to do on this, though, before you leave? You got to go to the calculator. The problem with this one, though, I'm kind of a jerk on the one I gave you. The zeros are not perfect. I got to do something on the calculator. But what you got to do with an x to the fourth is you got to depress it. What does that make it? An x to the what? 3, 2, 1, go. Third. And then you got to depress the x to the third down to an x. Anyone? Squared. And then either use a quadratic formula, factoring, or another method. Okay, so you have to double depress an x to the fourth. So that should be enough. But I'm going to go ahead and type it on the calculator. Maybe. Try to get this really small here so I can get the whole polynomial. All right, I think that's a 2x to the fourth. So clear. 2x to the fourth. 2x carrots delicious fourth. Minus 7x third. Carrots delicious third. And then minus, this is a squared. This is a typo. I figured that out last hour. So this is 8x squared plus 8x squared. I can do the squared button. There they go. Plus 14x plus 8. Zoom out. Oh, I see all those phones. The room's lighting up, everybody, with that LED light. All right, we got it. There's 2 minutes left. They know I was just going to tape this at the end of the lesson and then phone drones. Oh, I must have typed something wrong in here. I did. Was it 2x? Let me see. 2x to the fourth minus 7x cubed. Oh, minus 8. I knew I did something wrong. Minus. At this point, I have not one student listening to me. And then plus 14x minus. Okay, and now, because that was a tragedy. No crossing. Boom shakalaka. Those that are watching, what is one definitive zero for sure? 4. All right. And then the problem is these other ones are decimals. I'm not going to bore you with this, but I guess I will. Second, calculate this other zero, which this is one way to find zeros. Do left bound, right bound. Left bound, enter. Right bound, enter. And then enter. Are you even watching? I'm showing a feature on the calculator we should know. All right. Negative 0.5, which is what? What's 0.5? 3, 2, 1, go. Half. So 4. I'll prove it. Oh, they're going to all line up here. I should turn this camera on. This is what I deal with. 4 times. They're gone. Hasta la bye-bye. Negative 4. Negative 16. Proof. Negative 8 that this is a 0. Take it easy. Now, that was annoying, all kidding aside. That was annoying to have to find that other decimal 0. And because the other two are irrational. And I forgot to do that again. Rational and irrational zeros. Obviously, these are irrational zeros. This one, this 4 is rational. So those are the zeros. Who cares? But that one, negative 1/2, is actually a good 0. Now notice, this is an x to the fourth. Now it's an x cubed. This is why I now synthetically divide this. This column is gone because that was the remainder column and there is no remainder. And I knock that down to an x squared. Bring down the 2. Negative 1/2 of 2 is negative 1. 0. That's 0. Negative 4. And lo and behold, I do get 2 here. Negative 1/2 times negative 4 is 2. And that proves that negative 1/2 was the other 0 there. Now, what were those two other decimal zeros? Take this double depressed polynomial. By the way, that's 0x in the middle. And then, no, you shouldn't use the quadratic formula. You should solve this by square roots. Add 4, divide by 2, and then this is why you got irrational zeros, irrational answers. By the way, when you square root both sides, you put plus, minus. So my 4 zeros were 4, negative 1/2, and then plus or minus root 2, and I'm going to go back to the graph. and prove this. And I just said this in class, 7th hour. Maybe another way to do zeros is put y2 equals 0 and then do an intersection, because y2 equals 0 or y equals 0 is a horizontal line. Maybe this is what you did back in the day. Second, calculate intersect. Different way of doing zeros. And then I'm going to prove that one of these zeros is root 2. By the way, the square root of 2 is 1.41. Guess. I hit enter 3 times, and then there you go. 1.414. And then that other zero, second, calculate intersection. Hit 5 directly. Now we just have to go by that other intersection. Hit the left arrow until you get close to these 2 intersections. That's good enough. 1, 2, 3 enters. Negative 1.414, which is negative square root of 2 as a decimal. Okay, so x to the 4th, you double depress to get it to an x squared, and then use your algebra skills to find the last 2 zeros. Hasta la bye-bye. I'm still not gone. I didn't hit this thing. Now it's a goner.